What's up, baby club? It's your girl, Aluna Vayne, back with more trans shit. And this week we're going to be talking about my face, and specifically my experience with facial feminization surgery. I will preface, I did do a little video on FFS previously. You may have seen it, but that was like 2 months ago, and I'm a brand new bitch. Sorry. Alrighty, first, a look at my face. Looking at my face is something I do for a minimum of probably like 2 hours each day, usually with combined emotions of elation and dysphoria and existential dread. The elation comes from the fact that, just look at me, honey. I'm gorgeous. The dysphoria is, of course, a result of a chemical imbalance in my brain that makes me think I look more like handsome Shrek than I do like Princess Fiona, which is obviously, I know, ridiculous because I look the most like Donkey. Finally, the existential dread comes from the fact that I'm only 23 years old and I have more crow's feet on my face than you'd find on most roadkill. Nonetheless, let's take a look at me. Really take a look at my face, and specifically how it has been affected by facial feminization surgery. Okay, I'm gonna be abbreviating from now on because the three-parter, although it sounds very official, is too damn much. So FFS for now on. I think y'all get the gist of it. You're this deep, you signed up for it. Okay, perfect. On to the face. So, under the careful watch of my talented surgeon and 20 of his closest friends, my face was surgically reconstructed. And this FFS consisted of 3 different major operations. From the bottom up, a tracheal shave, which is right here, mandible contouring, and then a forehead, a brow reduction. The tracheal shave is pretty simple and straightforward. While I previously had an Adam's apple, although it was not that pronounced, it has now been shaved down. The bone is gone, whoosh, vamonos, and as such its profile has been reduced and it's now a sleek, elegant contour. If you yourself are a trans woman and you are worried about getting clocked because of your Adam's apple, I'm here to tell you that you do not need to worry. Because I got mine shaved off and I still get clocked every single day. Let's go! Moving on to the mandible contouring, or the jaw. I really wish I had like some good before and after pictures. I think I do at the surgeon's office, but like we're working on those. I'll get them back next year or some shit. But you just need to imagine me having like a Thanos jawline beforehand. And all they had to do was take out a couple pounds of bone, and now it has been reduced to a more narrow, pointed, feminine jaw. Finally, moving on to the forehead contouring, this is my greatest point of dysphoria, right here. It always has been, and it always will be, even after the surgery. And I know that sounds ridiculous, out of everything a trans woman could worry about, it would be her forehead, but this is just the inescapable truth of having lived as a total Chad. My brow, like right here, my if we look at it in profile, my brow right there, built of bone, and then my orbital lobes right here and here really were my greatest points of dysphoria. And thankfully, through surgery, through reconstructing my goddamn sinus bone, they were able to reduce those, to like flatten them. And it's not perfect still. I am still dysphoric about it. But it's really good. It's so much better than it was before, and it's so good. All right, folks, let's get into the nitty-gritty stuff. I'm talking about scars. I'm talking about blood, gore, violence. Not that much, but I am gonna issue a little content warning here. For grossness and unpleasantness, because we're about to take a deep look into my scalp and other parts of my body. So yeah, I just want to keep in mind here, this is 3 months post-op. My swelling has gone down quite a bit, which is like super cool, very grateful for that. So we're just gonna take a look at the scars and see how they've healed after 3 months. Okay, perfect, let's get it. So I'm just gonna scoot a little closer to the camera here. I'm sorry if I'm like in your face, but like I don't want to invade your personal space, but this is for science. So, okay, here we go. So this is the first one right here. Also, I have eczema on my neck. Don't judge me. Okay. So this is the first one right here. And this was for the tracheal shave. You really can't see it when I'm like this. It was just like a sling, like a little baby slice. It's not even that long of an incision. Yeah, it's a little bumpy right now. There's like a little bump on it, but honestly, I never notice it. Moving on to the second ones, these ones I don't look at often myself, and so I can't even guarantee that they're going to show up on video, but we're definitely going to try. So to do the mandible contouring all throughout the jaw, the chin right here, they had to go in through my lip, through my bottom lip, which is super gross. Okay, are we ready? Okay, let's see. Honestly, I don't know if I can even see it. That's how it is. Honestly, I can't even really see it that much myself. I mean, obviously I can't see it. It's buried in my face, but like, that scar is pretty much gone. I will say those were perhaps the worst scars to have when I was recovering, because it was like a liquid diet for a week, and I would be chewing for the next few weeks after the surgery. I'd be chewing food, and I'd feel little stitches start popping out of place, and I was really expecting my jaw to just like fall to the floor. It was pretty gross. Anyways, moving on. The final scar, the final operation, is the forehead contouring. It's one that they make right across the scalp. So they make an incision from here, slink, right, slink. It's like right that way. And then they tear your whole face off, and then they restructure everything, and then they pull your face back up and stitch it together. Wow, super cool. Thank you, technology. Okay, so this is 3 months post-op. Let's take a look and see if we can find this little guy. I've been pushing my hair back too much. Oh, there we go. Okay, I shampooed just for y'all, by the way, because I know this shit is super gross. Can we see it? Can you see anything in there? There's like a little red line. I honestly, it's just so buried in my hair, I can't even, it's like virtually non-existent. But it's not even a straight cut either, it's like a wavy cut. I have like an S curl carved into my scalp. Those are all the scars. I feel, so much better now. When it was done, I felt like a filleted fish. I felt like a sliced cantaloupe. It wasn't good, so. Well, you've seen my scars, and now you know the truth. Now you know what I really am. A vampire. Just kidding, just trans, lol. So for those of you that watched my last video about FFS, you might recall that I was a little bit of a, how do I say? A little bitch, a little crybaby, a little bit of a bummer. I think at that time, 1 month post-op, I had a lot of expectations moving into the surgery, and I was still learning to cope with those and struggling with those having came out of the surgery. So to say, my head, along with my expectations, were up in the clouds. And finally, now that I've had a little time, I think they are drifting back down to reality, which is good. Reality is great. That's where I would like my expectations to be. Set them low, folks. You'll never be disappointed. Yeah, so, I mean, before the surgery, I really had this singular thought that getting FFS would change my life and it would make me like the real girls, and then I wouldn't need to be trans anymore. And that's honestly kind of toxic and totally a terrible way of thinking. It did not change my entire life, but it did change my life. You know, every day when I wake up and I look in the mirror, I feel like even if I'm not 100% dysphoric now, I'm still 20% dysphoric. But that's good. That's progress, you know? And I can live with 20%. This goes to say that every day I wake up, I look in the mirror, and I think I look a little bit less like handsome Shrek and a little bit more like Donkey. Also, as a side note, I finally stopped comparing myself to other bitches, and I feel a million times better. Sorry for you, hoes, but it's over for you, because you mean nothing to me anymore. It's just me now. But, like, on a real note, like, try not to compare yourself to others. That's my little life philosophy. I think especially for trans people, it can be really harsh. You know, if you're watching this right now and you are trans, first off, sorry. But secondly, don't be harsh on yourself, like wherever you're at, even if you're pre-literally everything, when you're just a little baby egg waiting to be cracked. First off, I've been there, I see you. And secondly, like, never compare yourself to others. You are on your own beautiful journey. So anyways, that is 3 months post-facial feminization surgery. I'm not a vocalist. And those are my scars. I'll be sure to update you on them in the future, although I'm certain there really won't be much to see, because I mean, even as I was showing you what I got today, I feel like there's nothing there. They did a great job. Modern medicine is like way too powerful. It really knocked it out of the park. So shout out my surgeon, shout out my doctors, what the heck. And check out my music. As always, I'm working really hard on it. I got new shit coming out. I'm getting better all the time. I have a huge backlog of songs right now, and so I'm going to be posting a lot more soon. I feel like I just need to get it out into the world. Stop holding on to them. I love y'all dearly. Drop a comment. Stop by anytime. Like, shoot me a little DM. Like, I'm very active on the internet. Like, this is where I am. This is who I am. It's the real me. Okay, subscribe, smash that bell icon. Love y'all dearly. Join the AV Club. Yeah, that's that. Talk to you next time. Love you. Bye.